Namaste. Welcome, everyone. It's Anita with Empirical Grace Acupuncture Acupressure. I am streaming live from 4 different platforms. I'm streaming live from TikTok as well as Instagram as well as YouTube. We have 2 YouTube channels, Empirical Grace and Empirical Grace Fertility and Weight Loss. The main YouTube channel, Empirical Grace, has become a little bit of a men's channel. So if you're a man or have a man in your life, be sure to check out that channel. There is still some wonderful weight loss and also women's information. And we were so inspired by all the activity on Instagram as well as TikTok for weight loss and fertility. So do check out our second YouTube channel, Empirical Grace Fertility and Weight Loss. Also, if you don't know this about me, I've been doing acupuncture, acupressure for almost 25 years at this point. So I've treated over 100,000 patients in 2 countries, the United States and India. I've also treated members of the U.S. Olympic team. I've also treated the wealthy. I've also treated the poor, NFL players. So I've definitely seen a full gamut of different things. It's my goal to educate and to serve. My goal is to establish 2 long-term free clinics, one near Hyderabad, India, another one in Washington, D.C. I've done it before. If you want to see a clinic that I've done before that's free, you can go to the main YouTube channel, Empirical Grace, and you'll see a beautiful documentary about my work there. All right, fantastic. Also, we are doing fundraising. So just by watching the videos, the monetization money goes towards the free clinics. Also, if you go to our Etsy store or our Linktree, we have these beautiful malas. I love malas because and I will start to do live specifically for the malas, but they're these beautiful beads. They're semi-precious, and they also have brass also ornaments, and they help you bring in what you want to manifest. I wear one. It's a red one, and this is a green one. It seems like lots of different colors. So if you go to the Etsy store on our Linktree, you'll see it, and all the orders go towards the free clinic. Also, we have these acupressure socks. There's a lot of videos and a lot of information. These socks are not, you shouldn't use them if you're pregnant, but we have a men's sock, a woman's sock, a weight loss sock. We also have a skin sock, and we also have a pain sock. And you can see on the socks, I just tell you, you put the sock on, and then whatever you're struggling with, you acupress. I want you to get 20 minutes of acupressure in. So you can see here, it just pretty much says, calm for headaches and migraines, improve constipation, improve diarrhea, deflate the belly. You just acupress, and if you go to the Linktree, you'll actually see the markings, so you can choose the sock that's right for you, but there's no guessing. I have translated the acupressure point into what to point. So headaches, constipation, pooping, you just go put the sock on and press, and try to do it as needed, but try to get 20 minutes of acupressure in. And then we also have books. I took 2 years to write these books. There's beautiful graphics in the books. I'm really proud of it. We have a men's book, a women's book, and a weight loss book. Look how beautiful the graphics are. I didn't gatekeep anything. It tells you the protocols and what to do and why to do what. So do consider these books. And again, all proceeds go towards the free clinic as well. The way your jaw is set up, all it would take is one punch to knock you out. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, I have high cheekbones, and that is from my grandmother. And yes, that's just the way my face is. All right, let's do 20 minutes of acupressure today. So I want you guys to put in the chat what you're feeling like. I have a sense of what you want. Do you want face points? You want head points, or you want ear points, or you want hand points? I'll also show you on the foot what to do. So why don't you put in the chat, what are you all feeling like? Hand points, foot points, ear points, face points, scalp points, what do you all feel like? So let's go ahead, ear points. Okay, what else do you guys want? Let's see, I'm gonna give it another minute. Okay, well, we'll also, I'll do the acupressure on the acupressure sock. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold, so excuse me while I do that. Ear points. Okay, a lot of people want ear points. What else can you please put? 1 or 2 more people. Some people have headaches, and then head point, and then 1 more person. Let me know what you want, and we'll go ahead and step into it. Give someone 1 more chance, and then we'll go ahead and do a bunch of acupressure. Okay, I think a lot of people want the ear today. So there's a really nice ear protocol that can really help release serotonin, help you sleep, help you with anxiety. So let's do this. So we are going to just start off with a quick head and yin tong point, and then after that we're going to move into a 4-point protocol for the ears. A lot of people wanted the ear points, so again, this is great for weight loss. It's also really good. Again, my whole deal is to help the cortisol so the body can better function with serotonin and also with melatonin. Remember, cortisol can muck up the metabolism, can also muck up the sleep. So we want to release serotonin to help that equation. So first thing we're going to do, and I'll watch the clock so you don't have to, is let's everybody breathe in from your nose, not your mouth, and also breathe in from your abdomen. So everybody acupress just like this for 30 seconds. Go ahead and breathe in from your nose. Everybody put your phones down and do this with me. We'll get to the ear points in a second, just warming you up for a really good protocol. So this is a great protocol. If you're struggling with anxiety, if you're struggling with sleep, if you are struggling with thyroid or hot flashes or night sweats or testosterone, FSH, LH, estrogen, progesterone, if you're trying to conceive, or if you have a tension headache, this is a really good protocol that you can do. I like to do this protocol every hour for a couple of minutes. I have the luxury of working from home. Make sure my Zoom or my Teams does not have my camera on, and I do this. So consider doing this for a minute or two every minute. See how easy that was? That was 30 seconds. Another thing that I quickly want to do real quick, and this is going to make the ear points like light up, is I want you to consider, remember little Adam and little Anna, and so the mirror image is just like this, likely like this, and like this. And again, excuse me, I'm just getting over a cold. That's why I didn't do the lives the last couple of days, so excuse me for that. And so we're going to go ahead and acupress just like this. And also when you acupress, so you want to also breathe in from your nose, under your abdomen, and then also acupress on the temporal area. This is a great protocol because the body mirror images just like this, as well as like this and like this. My gentlemen seem to do really well. This is also really good if you are struggling with TMJ, if you're also struggling with headaches and migraines, tension headaches. A lot of times this can be really helpful. And also if you're struggling with hair loss, this is also a really good protocol to do. Remember, hair loss can be due to stress. It can also be due to a blood deficiency. And so this is a nice protocol to help. And remember, in Chinese medicine, we are based on mirror imaging. So the top of the body mirror images the bottom of the body. So gentlemen, this is a great protocol if you're trying to push blood down there. And then women, this is also a great protocol if you're trying to bring blood flow down there. Also, remember, for weight loss and other things, you've got to relax, right? That's part of the equation. If you can't relax, then the serotonin messes with the melatonin. And if you don't have that equation right, you're going to be craving sugar and carbs, and your metabolism is going to be out of whack, right? So this is a nice protocol. All right, we're going to go to the ear. Now, on the weight loss book, we did a really nice job of writing out the different protocols that you can do on the ear. So just know that it's all captured in this book. It's an electronic book, so as soon as you purchase it, you get it in an email form. So I just printed this out for my own reference. The other thing I want to mention is ear seeds. Putting the ear seeds on the point. These are also in the link tree, and they're about 700 you get for less than $10, and you put them on and you don't have to press. It's doing it for you. So do consider this. This is a really nice option. You can keep them on while you sleep, take them off in the morning, or let them fall off naturally and put them on. But here's the protocol. Let's go through 4 protocols on the ear, because the ear is a fantastic place for releasing serotonin and also opioids, dopamine. It really helps, right? You have the equation here, and I'm going to have to figure out a way to show you on a PowerPoint. But you have cortisol. Well, cortisol messes with serotonin, that messes with melatonin, and then it just spirals, right? So the ear points help to release serotonin from the brain and the spinal cord, helping balance that equation. So it helps manage the stress and the anxiety, helps you to sleep, help you with the cortisol belly, and help you with metabolism and not crave sugar and salt, and also carbs. So these ear points are fantastic. So let's go through them. So we have the ear right here. And so I'm going to hold up the ear on all 4 channels. If you want to take a screenshot of this, you can, or it's also in the book. So here you go. So what we're going to do is going to go ahead and massage the rim of the ear. Remember, the whole body is mirror image just like this, and also mirror image just like this. So let's go ahead and massage the rim of the ear. I'm going to explain to you what each of the protocols are good for. So this is a fantastic protocol, and you can do these protocols laying in bed. There's no excuse. These are really easy protocols you can do. This is a great protocol. You can do it on both ears. A lot of people ask me that question. This is a protocol that can help with anger, anxiety. Remember, anxiety turns into anger, and then anger can turn into blood pressure issues, gentlemen. So that can mess with gentlemen and so forth. So this is also, if you're pregnant and struggling with blood pressure, then this, you can do this point on the ear. You can totally do it. And then you can also ask your doctor. Also, if you're struggling with blood pressure and weight gain, this is also a nice protocol that you can do. Of course, with blood pressure issues, do not mess around. Work with your medical doctor. I absolutely want you to be monitored. You don't want to mess around with blood pressure because it can cause complications, and I'm not a cardiologist, so we won't go into it, but these are self-care acupressure points that you can do, simply massaging the rim of the ear. I also like this point because it takes the edge off. If you're feeling on edge, if you're feeling anxious, this can really help it from preventing to fueling it to becoming fire, right? Because fire can also turn into sadness. Then we're struggling with anxiety, anger, and sadness. These are self-care things that you can do in addition to your doctor's recommendation. Also, you can do in addition to your mental health expert. So just massaging the rim of the ear can do many things. It can help address anger, sleep, anxiety, sadness, blood pressure, blood sugar, can help with carbs, wanting that pizza, wanting that sugar fix, wanting that cigarette, to wanting that wanting to quit vaping. So again, with quitting smoking and also quitting vaping, do talk to your medical doctor because there's great recommendations between acupressure and also the doctor's recommendations. This is in addition to your doctor's recommendations. Quick story I want to tell you. I had a patient. She was a pack smoker, and many years she wanted to quit. And she went to her medical doctor, and then she added on acupressure, and it was amazing. Just by doing this, she lost the urge to smoke. And between the doctor and this, she was able to quit. I was so proud of her. 2 decades, a pack a day smoker. So this was a fantastic thing that she did for herself. And she was, last I heard, 7 years she didn't ever pick up a cigarette. So I'm really happy for her. So really nice protocols. You can do this if you're pregnant. You can do this on a child. You can do this on a loved one. I had an uncle pass away, and this was also really nice to do to help me to relax and grieve. Next protocol, I love the way it makes me feel. You know, a lot of this acupressure I do myself. So I did this the other day and I slept so hard. And then my friend called me and he said, I watched you on the live and I did this and I slept hard. So we're going to do Erection men. This is another thing that you can do. So this is in the cave. So what I want you to consider doing in the cave is this point. So this is a fantastic protocol that you can do. And so we're going to go in the cave and you're going to put this in the cave, and that way you don't have to acupress. But if you don't have the sticker, not a problem. Take your Q-tip, pencil, pen, or your finger, and we're going to go ahead and acupress right here. This is a phenomenal point for sleep. So this can help you with anxiety. Remember that equation I was telling you about? Cortisol messes with the serotonin, which messes with the melatonin, which messes with your pooping, messes with your metabolism, creates that cortisol belly, also messes with your metabolism, right? So these are great points you can do in laying in bed. You know, research shows 7 to 10 hours you need for the body, for the brain to reboot, to boost metabolism, right? So if you're having trouble losing weight and you're not sleeping well and you're not getting your 7 to 10 hours of sleep, you got to do this acupressure. Such an easy thing you can do in addition to calorie deficit or intermittent fasting, or if you're doing the Tiffany plate, whatever you're doing, you know, make a diet that works for you. So this is a fantastic thing. And you can do the ear seeds instead of pressing, or you can just lay in bed and press. And also if you're feeling anxious or anxiety, so you can do this. Thank you for giving it a try. I hope everyone's doing this with me. I feel really, really amazing right now. I was kind of feeling a little crummy before the live, and I was like, I haven't done a live in a day or two, been down with the temperature and everything, but I was like, I'm not gonna go Sunday night without doing my lives for my folks. So there we go. So where to do it? Erection men is the place. Erection men is the place. So I want you to consider doing that. Oh, thank you so much for the donation. It goes towards the free clinic. All right, this is a powerhouse, this next one. So there are 12 meridians in the body. And so I like this point. A lot of people, a lot of doctors who refer to me, I do this. And doctors will say, I ran all the tests. I don't know why things aren't working. So I will do this. This balances out the entire body, the entire system. So remember, the mirror image is just like this as well as just like this. So this gets all the meridians. So let's go ahead and do this. I like to do this with a tool. You don't have to. All the tools are in the link tree. And we're going to show you how to go ahead and order things off the link tree. Excuse me. fighting the flu, but I didn't want to not be on here tonight. So I want you to acupress. Oh, this feels amazing. I hope you all are doing this with me. I'm going to sleep really hard tonight. It's going to be good. And I hope whatever bug that I'm having, I don't even know where I got it from. I'm so careful. But anyway, this is a great protocol. Gentlemen, this is a great protocol if you're struggling with high or low testosterone. Ladies, if you are struggling with unexplained fertility, you for some reason, you just are not having difficulty conceiving, I absolutely want you to work with your medical doctor, but this can help balance out your hormones, FSH, LH, estrogen, progesterone. If you just had a baby and you're feeling out of sorts, this is a common thing. This is a great protocol that you can do. If you're in menopause, hot flashes, night sweats, and you have that weight gain, this is also can be helpful. Also, if you are struggling with anxiety and sleep and it's causing that cortisol belly, this can help. So this is a great protocol that I want you to consider doing. Again, what we're doing, hopefully my hair isn't causing you guys not to see things correctly, you guys and gals, this is the acupressure. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the well wishes. Yeah, I don't know where I got this little bug. I think what happened is because of the high cheekbones, I got a sinus infection, and I think that's what caused it, because the allergies are really bad this year. And so this right here is the protocol. So I want you to consider doing that, so forth. So let's see, people are asking, so people are asking, where is the link? So it is the link tree. If you go to either the YouTube channels or you go to the Instagram, it's the link tree. In the link tree, you'll see the acupressure socks, you'll see the acupressure devices, you'll see the acupressure books. So I hope that answers your question. It's right there. And we're going to start at the end of every video showing you where to go to buy it. So that's for that. Yes, allergies will do in a second. I also want to show you on the foot what to do. And I also want to show you a way to reboot your brain. So I did some, additional research this weekend laying in bed trying to get well. So this is a great protocol. All right. I don't have Instagram. You can go to YouTube. It's also on the link in the bio on TikTok. It's right there. It's the first link. It's the first link there that has all the products on there. So forth. Do you come on often? Yeah, I've been trying to come on. I came on 5 times last week. I'm trying to do 10 to 15 times a week because my goal is to educate. Yes, tinnitus can also be caused from, nasal passage drainage because of the fluid. So let me do one more point and then we're going to do some odds and ends. And I also want to show you a really good point to help reboot things. This is also really good for gentlemen as well. All right. So next protocol that we're going to do is, this one. This is a famous point that I always do for you all. And I hope you're doing these points because I worry that you don't listen to me. But anyway, right here, the on me end point. I want you to do this on me end point. So there's 2 ways of doing this point, but I prefer this one, the peace sign. So you're going to take the peace sign, and you're going to cuff the ear, cuff both ears, and you're going to acupress just like this. Oh, wonderful. Thank you for the compliment. I'm glad you like the lives. And I have some really good stuff. I've been doing research as I've been ill, laying in bed, trying to figure out how to make these lives even better. But this is a great point for if you have headaches and migraines, if you are craving salt and sugar, if you are breaking your fast and not doing intermittent fasting properly, or if you're hungry after the end of the day with calorie deficit, this is a great protocol. This is also a great protocol to help prevent carbs and sugar. This can also help you sleep hard, not get up in the middle of the night, not get up too early. So this is a great protocol you can also use on a loved one if they are struggling with sleep. So really easy point, peace sign, cuff the ear, both ears, and acupress as you lay in bed. This is one of the best points to help you in so many different ways. So should it be done fast or it doesn't matter? Oh, good question. Thank you so much for that question. I tend to talk fast and do things fast. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the right answer. So you can go slow, slow, slow. You can go the speed that you want. Also, people ask this question a lot. How much pressure? Up to you. You got to just do it. You do what's comfortable for you. Some people say, oh, it hurts. Then lighten up the pressure. You don't have to use a lot of pressure. So do what's comfortable for you. So how many times? I would say I know Kathy Health Tips always does 36 times. I always say get 20 minutes of acupressure in a day. You can do more. So you can repeat as needed. You'll know when you need to stop. Like people call and tell me it doesn't work. Well, you didn't get enough acupressure. You got to do it for at least a couple of minutes. And if you feel like you still need more, take a little break and do it again. Get 20 minutes at the minimum. Yes, I did take that. I did take that. Oh my God, Doc. Oh my God. Hey, Chica, I took that. I have it downstairs. I took like that, and I also took Chestol as well. I'm pretty sure it's the sinus infection that caused the flu for me because of the high cheekbones, the maxillary sinuses. I think I should have done acupuncture before. That's what I should have done. I did a treatment before I got on the live just to make sure that I was alert and awake for all of you. All right, let's go on the foot real quick. I want to talk to you about the foot real quick, and then I also want to do a few points on the hand. So again, the acupressure socks, there's one for men's, women's, also weight loss. There's also aches and pains, and there's also one for skin and hair. So this is the weight loss one, and I just want to walk you through some of the key points. So remember, we got to get pooping right for weight loss. And the reason why pooping is so important is that if the colon's functioning well with the stomach, then you can defecate properly, right? Stuck poop can weigh a ton, and it also can mess with your metabolism. So there is, and also some people who are on weight loss medications, they also struggle with diarrhea. So there's a point right here for constipation, and there's a point right here for diarrhea. And we all know anxiety plays a huge factor in weight loss. Anxiety can cause you to want more sugar and also want more carbs. Also, anxiety can prevent good sleep, which also messes with the serotonin, which also messes with the melatonin. Anxiety can also cause you not to sleep and then messes with the metabolism. So I even put an anxiety relief point on there. And then I put an old school deflate the belly, because the deflating the belly could be due to a lot of different things. And this point can help with hormone belly. It can also help with a pooping belly. It can also help with the cortisol belly. And again, these socks are not useful if you're pregnant. So do not do them if you're pregnant. These can cause unwanted contractions. So do not do these acupressure points. And then I also did one for aches and pains, right? We weigh more, our knees creak, right? So there's some really good points for aches and pains. And on the back, we have a great point on the side, spleen 4, metabolism. I said right here, it's speed up metabolism. So you don't have to know the acupressure points. You can just say metabolism. I'm going to boost my metabolism and press on that. And like I said, sadness is caused sometimes by anxiety. So I did a sadness relief point. I also did one for helping with blood pressure, because blood pressure and weight loss, right? If you have more weight, then the body's working more difficultly. You might have insulin resistance. You might have blood pressure. Of course, work with your medical doctor, but these points do and can help. And then sleep point, and then a hormone balance point, and also supporting urination, getting that strength back to your abdomen. So really good. So I'm going to show you, a lot of people are struggling with allergies, such as myself. So let me show you a really good point. You might not have the luxury of going to an acupuncturist. I did a nice treatment on me. I felt a whole lot better. But let me do, we're going to do 30 seconds protocol. We're going to do a minute and a half, 3 points, 30 seconds. And again, you can repeat this as often as you want. This can help with allergy, sinus, nasal drainage, and so forth. So, and cough too, because sometimes, right, sinus can cause postnasal drip and stuff. And also, this is also really helpful too. If, let's say you have a sinus infection, it causes postnasal drip. It can also cause vertigo, right? The ears are clogged, the eustachian tube gets stuck. So it can cause that, spinning. Of course, work with your doctor, but these are self-care. So you're going to acupress just like this. This is a really good point. And the reason why this is a really good point, it can help you with not only the ethmoid, but the sphenoid and frontal sinuses. So this is a really good protocol that you can do. We're going to do this for 10 more seconds, and I can feel that area clean up. So this is also a really good thing that you can do. So we'll just do it another second or two. And then also what you can do is you can acupress. This is large intestine 20, sorry. So you can acupress, and it helps with the maxillary sinuses. So you can do this. And then what you can also do after this is that you can then, after you do this a minute, a minute, a minute. Then I want you to also do lung 10. So lung 10 is right here. Remember, the whole body, the chest is in, and also the nose is mirror image just like this. So we're going to go ahead and do lung 10 for, let's do another 30 seconds. This is a great protocol to help you with congestion in the nose. It can also help you with that cough. It can also open up the chest. So I like this point. I like this point too because it helps you to breathe better. Breathing better is smart, especially if you are having anxiety, right? That deep breath can help. And also, if you are struggling with regulating a period or you're having trouble in the bedroom, nitric oxide, right? If you can't breathe properly, nitric oxide production cannot be made, and that can mess with irregular periods. That can mess with gentlemen, and also if you're not breathing properly, it can also mess with your sleep, right? So these are really good self-care protocols that you can do in addition to allergies and sinusitis. So really good. Next thing we're going to do, don't do this next point if you're pregnant. So if you're pregnant, do not do this point. Do not do this next point if you are pregnant. And excuse everything's draining because I did it. We're going to do one more thing that's going to help drain. So this right here, this is also a really good protocol to help with managing the drainage. I would say just can't do this protocol if you're pregnant. This can help with sinus infection, allergies, headaches, migraines, which can also caused by allergies and sinuses. This can also help you with that dizziness that you are having because this whole area is stuck and there's fluid and stirring things off. So this is a nice protocol that you can do as well. Just don't do this protocol if you're pregnant. Another thing you can do, and I saw this, I'm going to give the motivational doc credit for this, and I've been doing this and I can definitely feel a difference. So this is one of the motivational doc's techniques. Is what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and lift up and press, and then you're going to pull the earlobe down, and then you're going to go ahead and move your head up, and that can also help clear out the drainage and the eustachian tube. And I can literally feel the fluid go down. So I did this along with an acupuncture treatment, and then you can, wow, it like went down my throat. So then you can also do it on both sides. We're just going to do this for 30 seconds. Okay, fantastic. So really good. All right, let's do a little bit for aches and pains, and then we're going to do a way to reboot. And then I want to give the men a little bit of TLC. So I want to come back on here just for the men. I got to keep things TikTok friendly on TikTok. But next protocol that we're going to do is we're going to focus on neck, back, hip, and sciatica. So we are going to do a couple of things. So let's go ahead and acupress like this for a minute. Now, if you're pregnant and you are having back, neck, hip, and sciatica, which is common, I don't want you to do the hand points. I want you to stick to the points along the midline of the face because this can image the entire body. So I want you to acupress along the midline of the body just like this. And then as long as you are not pregnant, then this is a great protocol if you're having sciatica on the back of the leg. This can also be helpful if you're having spinal pain. So this is a really great protocol if you're having back of the head headaches. This can also help if you're having a frontal headache. This can also help if you're having maxillary sinus discomfort. So this is a great protocol. Next protocol is this. And again, this is a great protocol if you're having temple discomfort, jaw discomfort, temporal discomfort. Also, if you're having top of the shoulder discomfort or scapular pain or side of the hip pain or pain down the side of the legs, this is a great protocol. Then what you can also do is next protocol that you can do is you can do this protocol again. Hand points, do not do them if you're pregnant. This is a great protocol to helping clear out the face, the back of the neck. Also the spine can also help with the coccyx, SI joint pain down the back of the legs. So if you're having pain and you're pregnant, I want you to stick to here. But if you're having other pain in the body, hand is really good because the hand mirror images the face, the foot, the upper back, the lower back, the hip, and also helps with sciatica. So what you can do as long as you're not pregnant, is you can do a minute here, a minute here, and a minute here. Also, remember the back of the body, mirror image is the front of the body, so it can also help relax indigestion, digestion, gastritis, colon, too much pooping or too little pooping. So that can be really helpful. And then somebody asked about lymphatic drainage. What you can do for lymphatic drainage is you can open up the lymph nodes, and then you can also, after you do that for a minute or so, you can just work your way down. I'll show you quickly using a gua sha tool. And again, these are all on the link in the bio. Also, in just honestly, Dollar Tree makes a really good one. This is important, especially for weight loss, to move fluids, because remember, if you can't move things, then you can't move things out, right? So you can start with here. You can do this for a minute. 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 And this is also a really good point for insulin sensitivity. You know, if you're struggling with insulin resistance, this is a good point. Also, you can flip it and do this part right here. This also helps with TMJ. It also helps with blood pressure. So it gives you that nice chiseled look. I like doing this. And again, a minute each. And then you can also move the fluids down. Move the fluids down. You can also do that. And then afterwards you can cut across right here. So minute. These lives are all saved on both YouTube channels, so you can definitely check it out. And then in addition to that, let me show you another tool that I thought of the other day. I bet you never see me use this big gua sha tool. So again, stay away from this if you're pregnant, but if you are struggling with lymphatic drainage, oh, hey, how's it going? What motions are sciatica? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Woo, some really good questions. So Birdie's one of our subscribers. So I always, for my subscribers or my supers on Instagram, TikTok, I stop the live and answer the question because they contributed to the free clinic. What motions are sciatica? So Birdie, let me go through it. So if you're pregnant and having sciatica, you're going to go down the midline of the face. So if you're not pregnant and you're having sciatica, back of the leg, you're going to do this protocol. And if it's spinal, like L4, L5, S1, S2, that kind of thing, you can do this one. If it's side of the leg sciatica, it's more like hip pain, you can do this protocol. And Birdie's not pregnant, so she can do the hand points. You can do this protocol. And then if you are struggling with pain from SI joint or coccyx pain or back of the leg from the SI joint, you can do this point. So Birdie, did you get it, dear? And again, I want you to repeat as you need. Birdie, can you let me know if, okay, you got it. Let me also put a little twist to it. So a lot of people ask about neuropathy and a lot of people ask about hot and cold sensations and so forth. So if you have an injury, of course, work with your medical doctor as you should, but you can use biofreeze or ice. I've seen powerful results with icing. So you can do the acupressure and then apply the ice. You can apply the ice many times throughout the day for 20 minutes. And if it's from arthritis, then you can do the acupressure and then you can get ginger Epsom salts and soak the towel in the Epsom salts and make it warm and then apply it as a patch on wherever your body part that's struggling. If you're having neuropathy of the lower legs or the foot, then you can put 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in a warm water and then soak the towel and then put that, and that can help with the neuropathy. There's an enzyme or chemical in the apple cider vinegar that can help. So this is also really, really good stuff that you can do. All right, one other thing I wanted to talk to you all about, and then I want to stay a little behind on both the channels and answer any questions on the other platforms. Okay, let's focus on a cortisol belly. So let's definitely focus on a cortisol belly. Yeah, you're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. So cortisol belly is, again, because the cortisol could be due to emotion or stress, anxiety or sadness, messes with the serotonin, which messes with the sleep and melatonin, which makes the cortisol. So have you ever noticed, like, if you sleep better, then you eat better, and the cortisol belly kind of starts to go away, right? Because the appetite is also different when you have good sleep. So that can also help. So let me walk you through a couple of key acupressure points that you can do for weight loss in general and also cortisol belly. So if you are struggling with anxiety and sleep, and you're struggling with a lot of cravings, bad stuff, you're going to acupress the rim of the ear, you're going to acupress ear shen men, and you're going to acupress this part right here. And then you're going to also do the peace sign. Minute, minute, minute. In addition to that, if you want a great hand point that you can do, and again, hand points you cannot do if you're pregnant, you can do top of the fist, which can help with also blood pressure. It can also help deflate the belly. It can also help you with indigestion, pooping, and so forth. It can help you with constipation and so forth. And then you can also acupress like this. And again, hand points, don't do them if you're pregnant. This can also help with diarrhea. This can also help with fat burn. So this is also can help you if you're struggling with insulin resistance. This can help with improve insulin sensitivity. It's a really good protocol that you can do. So what you can do a nighttime protocol that you can do, or a morning protocol, is this, then this, then this. Then every single time you don't want to break your fast or you're craving salt and sugar, you can do this. And then you can do this for pooping, and then this for diarrhea. You can also do this for hormonal belly. You can also do this for cortisol belly. And you can also do this for fat burn and also to increase insulin sensitivity. So, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So are those points for cortisol for how long? Yes. I would say get 20 minutes of acupressure. You can do a couple of minutes throughout the day, minute here, minute here, minute here, or you can do 20 minutes at nighttime. And that can also help you along the way. Also, what you can do is on the acupressure sock, on the weight loss acupressure sock, let me walk you through what you can do for a cortisol belly. Now the belly is mirror image just like this. Again, the acupressure socks are not useful if you're pregnant, so don't do them if you're pregnant. So you can do this point right here on the side of the foot that says metabolism to speed up metabolism. You can do this point that says deflate belly to deflate the belly. You can do this point right here to help you to sleep. This point right here, along with your doctor's recommendations for sadness and hormone balance, as well as sleep assist. So you get the weight loss sock. You can just put the sock on and acupress to help you along the way. All right, last thing I'm going to do, and then I'm going to hang out here on some of the other channels to answer any questions that I may have. And so forth. Oh, thank you for the donation. I really appreciate the support. You can get the socks in the link tree. If you go to the link tree, you can go, and it's the second link in the link tree. So it's the first link in the header in my profile on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok. It's the first link there. You can get it. So, and then about the, okay, fantastic. So, let's see. Melissa, did you find the link tree, dear? Did you find the link tree? It's in the first link on the header profile, and that's where you can get the sock. There's a weight loss sock, a men's sock, a women's sock, pain, how to manage pain, and then there's also one for hair, and also there's also one for hair, and there's also one for skin as well. For neuropathy, you can try this protocol, and then most people struggle with neuropathy in the feet. You can get 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, put it in a warm bath. That's good for your comfort, and soak your feet in it for neuropathy. So that's really good. Okay, guys. So let me also do this real quick. So this next point is going to reboot the brain to focus, reboot the brain for anxiety, reboot the brain to calm the mind. Also, it's going to help gentlemen, and I'll stay on and explain why it can help gentlemen as well. So what you're going to do is, in Chinese medicine, there are acupressure points, right? So in Chinese medicine, this represents the head. The top last phalange represents the head. So what you can do to help calm the mind, to calm the body, to help you with cortisol, to help you with serotonin and melatonin, help things self-care, help you along the way, is you're going to acupress the sides of all your fingers for a minute. This is going to help reboot your body. And it literally, I feel so much better when I do these points. And I'm sorry I didn't never talk to you all about this. I'm actually going to do a men's video on this because it's really good for men. So it's really good for women too. But we all know there's a root cause for weight loss. There's a root cause for how the body works, right? More and more research is showing that sadness, anger, anxiety, emotion causes the body to dysfunction. This is a simple protocol. Grab your finger either side and acupress for a few seconds. You can do this at a traffic light. You can do this in a meeting. You can do this on a Zoom call. You can do this in the break room. Instead of having that cigarette, you can do this. Instead of eating that cupcake, you can do this. This will make you feel better. If you're laying down to go to bed and you're feeling out of sorts, you can do this protocol. Fantastic. Simple. Acupress right here. This can calm the mind, the emotion, to calm the body. You can do this as much as you want, and you can repeat as you need. All right, great protocols, great talk today, you guys. You're not hearing me. Let's see, Ria, can everybody hear me on TikTok? Can you let me know if you can hear me on TikTok? You're the first one that told me that you couldn't hear me. All right, you guys, I'm going to stay behind on Instagram, and also thank you, love. Oh, thank you, Birdie. Thank you. I'm going to stay behind. Oh, you guys are great. I'm going to stay behind and stay on YouTube and also Instagram to answer more questions. So again, thank you for watching the videos. All the monetization money goes towards 2 future free clinics. I hope to open doors end of this year or next year. We'll do it. I've done it before, so we'll do it. On top of that, the acupressure socks, there is a men's one, a weight loss one, there's a pain management one, there's also a woman's one, there's also a skin and hair one. So these are all the acupressure socks. There's 5 different socks, and I show you where to press. You just have to say pooping. I'm going to press here. I'm going to help regulate my cycle. I'm going to press here. So I laid it out. I gave you all my gems. So consider the socks. And also, if you want the malas, they're really beautiful. Here's the purple one. I don't think I've ever showed the purple one. But if you go to the Etsy store, all the malas are there. And they're semi-precious stones. And they're handmade and blessed from my family in India. And also, they're brass ornaments. And I wear one. Helps me to bring in. You get a handwritten note from me, helping you to bring in what your heart desires. And then we have the acupressure books. A weight loss book, a women's health book, and a men's health book. And the books, again, all the proceeds go towards the free clinic. And look at the beautiful diagrams in here. And they're digital products, so as soon as you buy it, you can view it. I just printed these out for myself. So do consider everything. And I will hang back on YouTube and Instagram. So join me on the other platforms. So for TikTok, I will see you here tomorrow. If I have a little energy, I'll try to go to bed early because of the cold and flu that caused by my sinus infection. If I can, I'll come back on here a little later. Otherwise, I'll be on here a couple times tomorrow night. How do we purchase? You go to the link tree. You go to the link tree. It's just the link in the profile. So as soon as you see my profile, it's the first link. You click on it. You see the Etsy store. You see the socks. You see the books. If you want an appointment with me, you see it there as well. All right. Fantastic. Love you all. Stay behind on Instagram and TikTok. Stay behind on YouTube and Instagram, and I'll try to answer questions there. All right. TikTok, I'll see you tomorrow. Love you all.
I have gained 2,000.
So let's see. Let me go through the questions on the YouTube channel. Excuse me for a minute. Well, lots of comments. Wow. Hard to stay on top of all. Wow. Lots of comments. Really good stuff. I grew up in the U.S. and India. My dad immigrated to the U.S. to help with the Vietnam War in 1967. I am an acupuncturist, and acupuncture was brought to the United States and endorsed by the American Medical Association. Medical doctors, traditional medical doctors, wanted a less invasive way to help their patients, and most states' acupuncture licenses are given in the same board as medical doctors. I carry a license, a national license, as well as for the state of Virginia. Okay, awesome. Okay, then let me check on YouTube. All right, gentlemen, is there any specific, okay, awesome. So on the women's channel, if you want to still join me, please join me on the main YouTube channel, Empirical Grace. Join me on the main YouTube channel, Empirical Grace. All right, gentlemen, let me see if I can take care of you, and then I'll do Instagram. Okay. So the name of this device is an acupressure pen. This is an acupressure pen if you're curious. And then also, how does rubbing the hands help with the sinus infection? Such a good question, right? So they've been able to quantify through mirror imaging that the hand represents the face. So if you acupress here, it actually brings blood flow and helps move debris out of the sinuses. So the knuckles represent the eyes. And so if you flip the image and you do it like this part represents the forehead, but this part also represents the maxillary sinuses. So if we do this point, as long as you're not pregnant, it can help drain this area. It can help with the frontal, the ethmoid sphenoid, and the maxillary sinuses. Wound healing with stitches. So definitely work with your medical doctor, as you should. And with wound healing, you can do stress management. You can also try to get your sleep. This is a great immunity point that can help with wound healing. So you can do this a few minutes throughout the day. Try to get 20 minutes of acupressure in. If you're having wound healing, which is often difficult on the foot, you can do lung 10. That can help you with wound healing on the foot. And also, you can also talk to your doctor and see if he or she would be okay if you applied alkaline water to the location. Sometimes I've seen that alkaline water can help with the wound healing if you not only drink it internally, but also apply it topically. But do work with your medical doctor on that as well. Okay, fantastic. All right, then let me go ahead and check right here. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, great. I answered all the questions on Instagram. All right, you guys, love you all. Get 20 minutes of acupressure in. If you want to purchase the books or the malas or the socks, you just go to the link in the profile on the very top. It's the first link you see, and that will guide you. It says clearly socks, devices, and so forth. And thank you for your support. It goes towards the free clinic, 2 free clinics, one near Hyderabad, India, another one in Washington, D.C. I've done it before and we'll do it again. All right, I'll do my best to be on here if I have energy later tonight. If not, definitely tomorrow. Thank you for the well wishes. Bye, everybody.